Part B, The Rise of Adolf Hitler. Hitler's early years. Adolf Hitler was born in Austria in 1889, son of a customs official. He dropped out of high school and tried unsuccessfully to become an artist. When World War I broke out, Hitler enlisted in the German army, and he emerged from the war an extreme nationalist. He believed that Germany had been sold out by the Weimar Republic when it signed the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler settled in Munich, where his skill in public speaking made him popular among extreme nationalists. Hitler and the Nazi Party. Hitler becomes involved with the National Socialist German Workers' Party. Let's say it again. National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazi Party, in 1921, at which time it was only a small force in German politics. In widely emotional speeches, Hitler attacked the Weimar Republic and denounced the Treaty of Versailles. In 1923, he led an uprising in Munich that was quickly crushed by the army. For that action, Hitler was put in prison for a year. While in prison, he wrote Mein Kampf, My Struggle, a book in which he detailed his political ideas for Germany. Hitler claimed the German people belonged to a superior Aryan race that was destined to control inferior races and rule the world. Hitler considered Jews an inferior race and blamed them for Germany's economic troubles and Germany's defeat in World War I. He also attacked the Soviet Union, which he considered as an obstacle to German expansion. Hitler becomes dictator. After his release from prison, Hitler worked hard to rebuild the Nazi Party. He promised benefits to peasants, workers, and the middle class, and the membership of the party grew dramatically. Between 1928 and 1932, the Nazis were voted into more and more seats in the Reichstag, the German legislature. By 1932, the Nazis had become the largest single party in the Reichstag, and the German president, Paul von Hindenburg, asked Hitler to become chancellor. Swiftly, Hitler formed a coalition government and increased his power. Hitler called for elections, hoping to increase Nazi strength in the Reichstag. The SS, or stormtroopers, staged the burning of part of the Reichstag building, and Hitler used the event as a pretext for suspending all constitutional rights. On October 2nd, 1934, Hindenburg died, and Hitler combined the offices of Chancellor and President and declared himself Führer, in other words, leader. He proclaimed the birth of the Third Reich, the successor to the Holy Roman Empire and the German Empire. The next day, he had all members of the army take an oath to obey him. Hitler then took control of all aspects of government, outlawed his organized political opposition, and censored dissent from the German media. Within just 1 year of gaining control of Germany, Hitler had established a fascist state. Anti-Semitic politics. Hitler also moved ruthlessly against German Jews. Jews were expelled from all government jobs and from teaching positions. Soon afterwards, Jews were forbidden to practice law and medicine. The Nuremberg Laws of 1935 deprived German Jews of their citizenship and banned the marriages between Jews and non-Jews. All Jews had to register with the government and wear yellow stars of David on their clothing so they could be easily identified. Though the majority of German Jews did not want to leave the country of their birth, many emigrated to other countries in Europe and around the world. Kristallnacht. One of the most savage and most carefully orchestrated acts against the Jews was an event that became known as Kristallnacht, or the Night of the Broken Glass. Supposedly in retaliation for the assassination of a German embassy official in Paris by a Jewish student, thousands of SS stormtroopers and non Jewish sympathizers armed with hammers, axes, crowbars, and firebombs went on an anti Jewish rampage. In 15 hours, over 200 synagogues were destroyed by fire, 7,500 Jewish owned stores were looted, and over 100 Jews killed. 30,000 more were arrested and interned in prison camps. Hitler's policies. Hitler's appeal grew among the German public despite the atrocities. He promised economic recovery and territorial expansion for Germany and focused on building both foreign policy and domestic strength. Hitler saw a military buildup as the handmaiden to the economic recovery, renewed national pride, and the coming of the Third Reich. He used his belief in the Aryan master race to convince people that Germany had the right to expand eastward and win more territory, claiming that Germany had to defend itself against the Soviet Union. He ignored the Treaty of Versailles and began rebuilding the German military, employing thousands of workers. He also built housing, highways, and sports arenas to pay for his programs. Hitler increased taxes and controlled wages and prices. By the mid-1930s, Hitler had made German strength and determination clear to the world.